Fabulous. So everybody, only like 2 seconds in between. Sorry to rush you all. I didn't really think about it. I will put more time in between so you can have a breath next time we have a summit. But I would love to introduce you to fabulous Kim Parry here. Let me pop her on so you can see her. Do you know what? One of the things I love about Kim is her love of fairy lights.
I do love fairy lights. They're everywhere through the house.
But Kim is a fabulous homeopath who sees people. She's in the Sunshine Coast here with me. I have seen her, so I can vouch for her amazingness. But she also sees people online, so don't be put off if you're anywhere else in the world. Definitely book in to see Kim if you are interested in homeopathy. So Kim's holistic approach to healing incorporates physical, mental, and emotional elements specific to each individual's health situation. Through her practice, Kim creates a haven for healing and space where her patients are listened to, cared for with compassion and knowledge. And yes, it's true. I'll hand it over to you, Kim.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much, Vanessa. And thank you for hosting this wonderful online summit. It's absolutely amazing to be part of it. Okay, so I just have to say, Daniela, that was a wonderful presentation that you just did before, very informative. So thank you for that. So I'm just going to do a presentation with some PowerPoint slides. So I will share, hopefully I'll be able to share my screen. Let's see. So I'll just go to that. Okay. Vanessa, it's saying that are you able to, I'm sharing your screen, I think. I have got a screen that's not my screen. Would it be your screen? And you're just on mute.
That would help. Usually we are able to just click on, or hang on. So try that.
Okay, perfect.
Yay.
Okay, so I think, yep. Okay, excellent. So good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I know how precious your time is and your attention these days, so I appreciate you coming for my short presentation on unlocking the mysteries of menopause with homeopathy. Today, I will be giving you some information about what goes on in the body while women transition through menopause. And then I'll be talking briefly about homeopathy and how it can help with various health concerns, and in this case, menopause. There will be time at the end for some questions. If you have any. So if you are suffering from memory loss though due to going through menopause, please feel free to write your questions down and send them through. And I'll also be live in the Facebook group at midday on Thursday, the 23rd of November. Okay, so let's get started. I'm sure many of you are here because you are experiencing menopausal symptoms. There are heaps of them. And no wonder, because when a woman is going through menopause, she has a number of different hormones fluctuating a lot, which can cause a range of new and unusual symptoms. The four main hormones involved in the female hormone cycle are luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone that are produced in the pituitary gland in the brain, and progesterone and estrogen, which are produced in the ovaries. Women go through monthly hormonal fluctuation with these hormones rising and falling at various times through the month. And then over our lifetimes, the hormones keep fluctuating in a bigger way outside the monthly cycle. Seriously, it is absolutely amazing that women get anything done at all. And to give you some perspective there, a man has got only one reproductive hormone, and that is testosterone. And while it peaks in his late teens, a man's testosterone stays fairly stable throughout his life, really only gradually declining as he gets older. So basically our hormones go like this throughout the month, and a guy's goes like this throughout the entire lifetime. So anytime anyone gives you grief about being hormonal, feel free to hold up a pic of this female hormone cycle to show them exactly how hormonal you are.
Kim?
Yep.
Have you shared your slides already or not?
Yes, are they not coming through?
Oh, unfortunately. So let's just stop this share. Or
let's see. Shall I stop share as well?
Yeah, let's stop and we'll try and get back in again.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. I'm not too sure why. Let's give it a go again.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Can you see my screen now?
Yay!
Okay, excellent. So this is where I was just at, ladies. So just gonna, can you still see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So these are all of the hormones that I was talking about earlier. So these 4 hormones fluctuate. This is a 28-day cycle, but again, over our lifetime, they basically keep fluctuating more and more. So it's a very complicated process. Okay, so perimenopause and menopause. What is perimenopause? It is the initial stage of menopause, which is characterized by hormonal shifts. The female hormones estrogen and progesterone, responsible for ovulation and the menstrual cycle, have dramatic changes around this time. The hormones start to fluctuate, which results in a variety of symptoms such as hot flushes and night sweats, which I'm sure you know about. The age of perimenopause differs between women, but usually starts in the 40s, although it is not uncommon to experience these signs in the late 30s. On average, perimenopause starts around the ages of 45 to 47. Signs and symptoms of perimenopause are, to start with, the periods will become lighter and less frequent, or conversely, heavier, which is due to decreased egg production and ovarian hormones by the ovaries. A reduction in the number of eggs produced at this time means a fall in estrogen levels, which then impacts upon the menstrual cycle. This leads to hormone imbalance adding to symptoms, and the most obvious signs you are in perimenopause are hot flushes, cycle irregularities, and vaginal dryness. The process of menopause. When a woman has not had her period for 12 months or more, she is in menopause. The average age of menopause in women is around 51. During menopause, the body will produce less and less estrogen. And there are different ways in which a period will stop completely. Some women get increasingly irregular periods, and other women may just suddenly stop having their period. During the gradual decline of ovarian hormones, progesterone and estrogen, the brain detects lowering levels of estrogen and produces more releasing hormones, which are the luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. The inconsistency and fluctuation in estrogen levels is why menopausal women experience hot flushes. So many women experience some physical and emotional symptoms during menopause caused by hormonal imbalance. Next are just some of the many symptoms. So there's weight gain, bloating, brittle nails, irregular heartbeat, panic disorder, anxiety, night sweats, irregular periods, vaginal dryness, hair loss, sleep disorders, difficulty concentrating and memory lapses, burning tongue and electric shocks, digestive problems, itchy skin, muscle tension, osteoporosis, headaches, and joint pain. When I researched this list, I thought that can't be. There seems to be a little bit of a design flaw here. Why would it make sense for half of the population to go through this in their lifetime? But that is a mystery we may not be able to solve here today. If anyone has got an answer, feel free to talk to me about it later. And so now that we've covered that alarming bit of information, on to happier things and how homeopathy can help. So what is homeopathy? Homeopathy is a system of medicine based on the principle of like cures like. An example of the like cures like principle can be seen if a person were experiencing insomnia. With insomnia, you might experience a racing heartbeat, racing thoughts, and an inability to sleep. The often prescribed remedy for insomnia is coffea, which is made from coffee. And as we all know, if you have too much coffee, you will get racing heartbeat and thoughts and an inability to sleep. So that is how the principle of like cures like works. Homeopathy is an individualized approach to treatment. It's completely holistic, and it stimulates the body's natural healing abilities. It treats the person and not the name of the disease, and it is safe, effective, and non-toxic. It uses dilute substances from a variety of sources from the plant, animal, and mineral kingdoms. Homeopathic remedies can generally be used in conjunction with conventional medications. And in a homeopathic consultation, your homeopathic practitioner would be trying to match a symptom picture, so that's the symptoms that you're experiencing, to a remedy picture. This is where homeopathy is completely holistic and individualized. For example, two women could be experiencing hot flushes, but one woman gets headaches and red skin and the other woman doesn't. That would mean a different remedy for each woman. Some of the commonly prescribed remedies for menopause are sepia, which is made from the ink of the cuttlefish and therefore comes from the animal kingdom. When you are in a sepia state or needing sepia for menopause, you may experience feelings of being overwhelmed or irritable, flushes of heat with perspiration, which are worse at night, and constipation, usually without feelings of urging. Your period may be scanty and too early, or you may be missing a period or have a painful period. Generally with the sepia picture, it is one of being overworked and overwhelmed as a mother. She has so little energy left, there is very little to give anyone else. It has been my experience that most women in their lifetime would need a couple of doses of sepia at some point, whether it be at puberty, as a new mum, or through the menopause years. Another remedy that is often used for any hormonal complaint is Pulsatilla. Pulsatilla is a windflower and it comes from the plant kingdom. With Pulsatilla, the key note is changeability of all symptoms. There is a tendency to weep seen here and a gentleness to begin with that when pushed out of balance can get quite narky. There are changeable moods and symptoms and headaches that are worse at menopause, worse in heat, worse with sun and exertion and after stress. The period flow is irregular and changeable, and the period flow can be extremely heavy. Another remedy is lechasis. Lechasis is made from the bushmaster snake and therefore comes from the animal kingdom. In a lechasis state, it is passionate, intense, angry, and aggressive moods. There's a general aggravation from heat and in sleep. You can often you can sleep into an aggravation with lechasis, which means that you can go to bed feeling fine, but then you wake up and you're feeling worse than you started with. Flushes of heat with red and purplish discoloration, and an aversion to pressure or any constricting sensation from clothes. Women in a Lachesis state are quite passionate and their libido and jealousy can be quite intense. There is no missing the extreme nature of this out of balance state. And finally, sulfur. Sulfur is sulfur, the mineral, and therefore comes from the mineral kingdom. The general feeling of sulfur is that of heat. There is much internal heat and there is a general aggravation from heat. The period is late and short and scanty and difficult, and you may get a headache prior to getting your period. Hot flushes are worse in bed, with the heat of the bed making them unbearable. There can be skin symptoms such as dry, scaly, itchy skin, and there may be mental symptoms with difficulty thinking and poor memory recall. So this is the case of a woman that I helped with menopausal symptoms last year. She was a 52-year-old woman who came to clinic seeking help with hot flushes, grief, and sleep disorders. The grief in her picture was from her father and sister who had passed away in the year prior to her coming to the clinic. Her hot flushes lasted for about 20 seconds with sweating, and she got 8 to 10 through the day. Her sleep pattern was that she could get to sleep, but would then wake 4 hours later, unable to get back to sleep. Her mind was quiet. She was just unable to fall back to sleep. She was quite fastidious and craved salt very much. A course of nat myrrh, which is made from salt, so comes from the mineral kingdom, was given to her to address grief. It's a huge remedy used for grief and hormonal symptoms, which in 2 weeks brought her hot flushes down to no more than 5 a day and improved her mood to the point where she was more stable and said she was feeling great. The grief had resolved, but her sleep wasn't yet improved. She was then given sepia, which I mentioned before, which improved her sleep dramatically. So she was now sleeping through the night and reduced her hot flushes to 1 to 2 daily with no sweating. She was happy with the improvement seen at this stage and used the sepia only occasionally if she felt she needed it. So that improvement was over the course of 6 weeks and 2 consultations. If only everything was that easy, right? So there are many different options you can utilize to help you navigate the changes of menopause. As you will see over the course of this online summit, there's going to be so many great examples for you, but some other just really basic ones that I know of are magnesium. Magnesium is needed in times of hormonal flux. It's an essential mineral and we do need to supplement with it just due to it not being in our food anymore. Eating good foods and avoiding trigger foods that can cause hot flushes, and drinking lots of water. So that is that for my presentation today. Thank you so much for listening to me. And again, I appreciate your time and attention.
Okay.
You're just on mute, Vanessa.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yep, perfect.
Fabulous. There's a question come through. What kind of magnesium do you recommend? Great question, by the way.
It is a great question. There are lots of different types. So a really good magnesium to use is magnesium chloride, and on-skin magnesium is also recommended as well, because part of the problem with a lot of us these days with Western diet is we're poorly absorbing essential minerals and nutrients. So even supplementing orally, we're not getting the same amount of magnesium. So magnesium chloride on skin magnesium. And then I think magnesium citrate, if you do want to ingest it orally, is a good one to have if you can find it.
What I will do, everybody, is get Kim's recommendations so that you remember them, because I remember citrate, everything else I've forgotten already.
I will absolutely get that together.
Yeah, because that would be really handy to have, you know, just to go into a shop, because you know when you go into a health food shop or something like that, there's a million magnesiums and a million vitamin Bs, and it does make a difference, doesn't it, to take a good one?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess the other thing to keep in mind is if you are getting supplements, going to a natural health food store rather than just buying it from the supermarket. And I think that powders generally are a little bit better absorbed than tablets or capsules.
Fabulous. Gina's asked, do you make tinctures?
The homeopathic remedies are tinctures. Is that what you mean, Gina?
I would imagine so.
So
yes.
Yes, I absolutely do.
Yes, I've had some of them, just a little drop every day. Makes a world of difference. Like homeopathy, I can't speak today, is like magical. I know Kim will think that because she, it's her passion. But if you haven't been to see a homeopath and you get this little bottle, like Gina says, a little tincture thing, and you have a little drop, and then all of a sudden you start feeling different. For example, I haven't dreamt in years, like years. I used to when I was a kid very vividly and had fabulous dreams, and I quite missed it. And I went to see Kim and took a few of these drops, and then all of a sudden I'm having fabulous dreams again. There are other, more health benefits, but the dreams, for example, it just goes to show nothing else has changed, just these drops. It can make a massive difference.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you bring that up because, homeopathy, it's great for menopause, but it also can help you deal with a lot of past traumas. And often the healing that comes through that can be through your dreams. So it's really interesting to be aware of what you're dreaming and just watching that space.
Yes. And that ties in with hypnotherapy as well, because the subconscious speaks to us in our dreams. So, when you dream and it's all a little bit garbled up and, why is that person driving a aeroplane and then diving into mud, or the crazy things that happen in our dreams. It's subconscious messages that are coming. So don't think, oh well, why would I be diving off a mountain and doing this? It doesn't mean that you want to commit suicide. It means something different. So don't take it too literally, but know that if you're dreaming things regularly, it might be a sign from the subconscious telling you something or clearing something for you.
Absolutely. Understanding dreams, it's about like understanding the symbolism. And so the easiest way to figure that out is to think, what does this mean to me? What does, say, diving off a cliff mean to me, or diving into mud? What does that mean?
Fabulous. So, Kim, tell everybody how they can contact you. I will send all the contact details out, but tell them how they can contact you and what gift you have.
Yep. Okay. So I have a website. It is www.kimparry.com.au. All of my contact details are on there, and I am very happy to answer any questions and talk to you about, the homeopathic process before you making an appointment with me. But if you would like to make an appointment with me, I can offer 50% off the first consultation fee. So, so I just, I love being able to help people. I love just people taking a really proactive approach to their health and to do it as naturally and healthily as possible.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Kim. I have to say that is a really good offer, so take it up while you can. Just before you go, Kim, there is another question. Someone said, I'm currently taking pramipexole. Don't know if I've pronounced that properly, but it's to help my restless legs so I can sleep at night. But it's not good to be on drugs that treat Parkinson's disease.
Yep. Okay, so restless legs are actually a really quick and easy fix with magnesium. Narissa, are you in Australia?
I think Narissa is. Is it Narissa that's in Caloundra?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So basically, I would recommend getting some on-skin magnesium. You can also there is a homeopathic equivalent of magnesium. So it's the Remedy magnesium made from magnesium, which is quite, like it's often used in this case. So yeah, restless legs are, it's usually a magnesium deficiency, to be honest, that and along with cramps. So I fully recommend putting on skin magnesium, because when you're putting it on your skin, it's getting into the muscles and the nerves where it's needed.
And just for the people who are in the Sunshine Coast, we do know a fabulous massage therapist who actually uses magnesium to massage into your muscles. So that is amazing. And also the Buderim Magnesium House. If you're around a Sunshine Coast, obviously you can go there, but there's an online store, so you can get magnesium from them too.
Yeah.
I'm not doing sales from them. I just know that they're very good.
They are very good. And that is where you get on skin magnesium from. So by all means, have a look at their website. You can find them at Buderim Magnesium House.
Kim, because I won't have time to write it down. Can you write down for me to give Renee's details for the magnesium massages? Because I think, you know, why wouldn't you want to treat yourself? It's nearly Christmas.
Yeah, they are beautiful. They're really powerful and therapeutic because of the magnesium, but they're also extra relaxing because of it. So yes, I do recommend them. And do come to the Sunshine Coast, Catherine. Or Kareen, sorry.
Come up, everybody. Come and visit. We can have a little live menopause catch up.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much, Kim. Kim is running off to, are you speaking in Brisbane this afternoon?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere.
Oh, I was meant to be going to a gig tonight that was quite early, but then that got rescheduled and I thought I don't want to reschedule my time again. So, but I'm off to work now. I've got my son waiting.